India just crossed a $4 trillion economy, a huge milestone. But what if I told you? China was already there 15 years ago, and way ahead in the infrastructure race. Let's compare India's infrastructure today with China's back in 2010, when both stood at the same economic level. Let's start with roads and tunnels. India has built 170,000 kilometers of national highways. Sounds great, right? But China already had expressways crisscrossing the nation. 74,000 kilometers by 2010. India's longest tunnel? Atal Tunnel, 9 kilometers. China's back in 2010, the Zhongnanshan Tunnel, 18 kilometers. Here's the verdict. China built roads as weapons of growth. India still builds for ribbon cutting. Rail and metro. High-speed rail in India, still under construction. China, in 2010, already running 8,000 plus kilometers of bullet trains at 300 kilometers per hour. Metro networks, India has 15 cities today. China had 25 plus metros by 2010. Speed, scale, execution. That's China's playbook. Now, urban infrastructure. Indian smart cities, still in planning files. China's smart cities, already lighting up with sensors, surveillance, and underground transit. Flyovers, ring roads, drainage. China built cities from scratch. India still struggles to fix what's already there. Let's talk power and energy. India has 428 gigawatts power capacity, nearly 43% from renewables. Impressive, yes. But China had double that by 2010 and a national grid that could shift gigawatts in minutes. While India's lights flicker in peak hours, China exported power. Ports and airports. India has 13 major seaports. China had 34. Shanghai port alone handled more cargo than all Indian ports combined in 2010. Airports. China had 50 plus international hubs. India's still trying to decentralize air traffic. Defense infrastructure. India's BRO is now building fast. Atal Tunnel, Zojila, Ladakh roads. But China already had highways, tunnels, and airstrips in Tibet by 2010. They don't just build for citizens, they build for tanks, troops, and time. Digital infrastructure. India leads in open digital platforms, UPI, Aadhaar, ONDC. But physical infrastructure. China had 400 plus data centers, early 5G rollouts, and state-backed cloud systems 15 years ago. India's still wiring up its villages. China was wiring its AI labs. Manufacturing infra. India's manufacturing remains stuck at 15% of GDP. China was pushing 32%, with SEZs, industrial rail links, and world-class logistics by 2010. While India writes policies, China lays pipelines. Let's sum up. India at $4 trillion is ambitious but late to the game. China at $4 trillion was already playing in the big league. Expressways, tunnels, ports, rail, defense, digital. China didn't wait for consensus. It just built. If India wants to lead in the next decade, infrastructure can't be treated as a checkbox. It must become a national obsession. The road to $10 trillion won't be built with tweets. It'll be built with steel, concrete, and speed. Like, subscribe and follow for more raw, data-backed India versus world breakdowns.